Yes, respected dear youngsters, please receive my salutations because the Lord, the Rishi, the Guru Parampara is in you along with a most beautiful prospectus Jiva slowly blossoming with the Gita Jnanam to be a fully fragrant, attractive flower of achievement and inspiration to others. To such you, my salutations, please receive. So, to my hearty gratitudes that you are there in front of me, for whose sake, when I am trying to study and Gita and explain, it is adding up to my own information and knowledge, giving inspiration to me also to live life as guided by Gita. And I'll be failing in my duty if I don't congratulate you for your these great efforts of trying your best to attend all classes and learn from Gita, which even the elders four times your age, five times your age, if you are 16, those are 64, 80, they don't feel like don't have the capacity, stamina, willingness in them, even at that age. You know, by that age, through all the experiences of life, they must get so much vairagya or fed up that they should deeply, sincerely study only Gita. But millions, they are not doing it. And you, at this age of yours, you are having that patience, perseverance, intellectual capacity, concentration, willingness to come and listen Gita. You definitely deserve my congratulations. Then, lastly, what I pray and wish is that this knowledge enters you and you receive it, you churn it, you bring out of it your own wisdom and you make it practical and you may get benefit out of this Gita Jnanam for your problemless life outside, miseryless, joyful life inside, then obstacle-less, blissful life innermost. This is my wish and prayer for you. It shall happen if you can assure yourself of studying Gita again and again in an unbiased manner, grasp the subtle knowledges, and you, without any hesitation, anybody's misguidance, will make a Gita Jnana practiced in your life. So let us try to study together and let us evolve together in doing our sadhanas. Thank you. Let us today also have Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter talk. Then we have common sense thought, small one. Then we started yesterday learning Sharada Stotram. So one sloka we saw yesterday, Saraswati Stotram. Today we will do the second one. Okay, let us start with prayers like every day. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Sri Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Today's slokas are Om धरणीगर्भसम्भूतं विद्युत्कान्तिसमप्रभं कुमारं शक्तिहस्तं तं मङ्गलं प्रणमाम्यहं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वा पटुत्वं च हनुमत् स्मरणात् भवेत् नासैरोगहरै समपीरा जपत निरन्तर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावई मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जुलावई सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावई सोई अमित जीवन फल पावई Hanumanji's few shlokas. Done. Come to Gita today, 10th chapter. Name Vibhuti Yoga. Before the Vibhutis start, Arjuna will ask to tell the Vibhutis. Before Arjuna asks to create that Jignasa, the question in Arjuna, in continuation of what is said up to ninth, as a summary of that, in the first 11 shlokas, Bhagwan gives the jnanam about himself, then the upasana as to how to be done, then how he blesses an upasaka. The jnanam is that Namayvidu Suraganda Maharshaya Ahamadirhi Devana Maharshinam cha Etam Vibhutim Yogam Mamayo Veti. These are all knowledge about the truth, the reality, the God, who is expressing there as Krishna and telling about his Swarupa to us, which is read in the ninth chapter also, Maya Tatamidam Sarvam, eighth also, Yasyantastani Bhutani Ena Sarvidam Tadam, seventh also, Vattapartanam Nanyat Kinchidasti. So in every chapter, Bhagwan is revealing the truth, the reality, which is his real self, Swarupa. In fact, which is the real self, Swarupa of all of us also. Then he told us in the 10th chapter so far, in the second topic, the practice of upasana to the Lord to be blessed by him. Bhagwan himself tells. So keep in the background two knowledges and do the bhajana or upasana in 6 ways. What are the two things to be kept in mind? Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattah sarvam pravartate. So what we have to say here? That Lord or principle who from whom everything comes and the one from whom because of whom everything is functioning. To that Lord I am doing my upasana, or that Lord who has come for my perception and catching easily in the form of Krishna or Rama. So I am worshipping Krishna, who is that Lord from whom the entire world came. I am I am serving or worshipping that Krishna, who is that Lord, because of whom the all created beings are living, sustaining, growing. This is the meaning of Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Mattah Sarvam Pravartate. In pure Vedanta also, I am not that which is created. I am the source from whom the creation is manifesting. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Mattah Sarvam Pravartate. Is it not? When you get up in the early morning, what first comes out is Aham. From this aham only, other our own specific individualities based on that different duties, responsibilities, all of them are remembered throughout the day we conduct them. Is it not? First, I become aware of myself. Then myself as what? Then according to that, what are my duties, responsibilities, indulgence, etc. So aham sarvasya prabhava. Then in my whole life, whatever is happening at my eyes level of seeing, ear levels of listening, feeling at the mind level, thinking at intellect level, without I, the conscious me, can they happen? No. Therefore, mattaha, because of me, sarvam, all activities of my faculties, pravartate, are happening. I am the one from whom my identity is coming out. I am the one from whom, because of that identity, whatever the works have to be happened to happen to me, they are happening. Is it not? A meditator in that way meditates on not that which is coming out, but on that from where it is coming out. So too, he meditates not on the functioning faculties, but that factor in whose presence the faculties are functioning. In that search, he discovers his inner self. In the same way, to become qualified for that, to become so pure and subtler for that, you have to take the Lord, let us say Krishna here, for our upasana and apply these two principles on him. Because he himself is saying the Krishna. Krishna says, know me to be that from whom everything is created, because of whom everything is maintained. Remember, if you directly do this upasana, you reach to the God without bringing Krishna in between. But that's very subtle, abstract way we can't meditate. Therefore, you have to bring the name and form of God as Krishna or Rama. But don't limit the God to Krishna and Rama. Say that Rama and Krishna are that divinity, that Paramatma, that supreme truth, that reality, that absolute essence, from whom everything is Prabhavaha, and because of whom everything Pravartate. Aham sarvasya prabhaha matta sarvam bhavat. Iti matva. With this background, two knowledges, bhajaha, do my bhajan. Bhajante ma pudaha with bhava. Don't forget devotion, don't forget bhajana. So with bhava, the devotion of gratitude, expression of, okay, whatever you say, expression of gratitude, devotion. What are the six types of bhajana? Machitaha, madgata pranaha, parasparam bodhayantaha, parasparam katayantaha, tushyanti, ramanti. Never forget these six. To such people who are this way, satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. All the time tuned to me in these six ways doing their bhajana, and that also out of love to please me, not out of any selfishness to them. To them, dadami buddhi yoga. I will give them buddhi yoga, the capacities in the buddhi. What for? Mamupayanti. The buddhi we already have, but this buddhi is making us viyoga from the God, taking us into the delusory world, making us believe it to be real. But Bhagavan will give that buddhi with which we will be able to reach to the God. That buddhi yogam dadami. Buddhi's capacity by which it makes us reach to the God. Where, for example, interest to study Gita, interest to understand Gita, interest to study Upanishads, understand Upanishads, and in the Gita and Upanishad, what is the nature of the God told, then how to reach to the God that told, ability to understand them, pursuing that path to reach the God. This type of buddhi I will give you. That's the meaning of buद्धि योगम ददामि. ऐसे बुद्धि के साथ तुमको मैं योग दूंगा. Means I'll yoke you with a buddhi. Or buddhi you already have, in that I'll fill this capacity. Like iron already has the capacity of a nail in it. But by molding the iron into the nail capacity of the iron is expressed. In the iron, there is already hammer capacity, or any hull or crowbar. They all are made of iron. But by molding it in those ways, iron is made to function like that. So to even have the buddhi, but the buddhi is taking us away from the God into the world. So like the iron is made into the needle or nail, etc., the buddhi will be made to reach to the God through study, inquiry, meditation, etc., devotion. That thing I will give you if you do all these six bhajana of me with the background of aham sarvasya prabhaha matta sarvam pravartati. And the result of reaching the God is what? Result of reaching God is God being truth or reality, you got the truth. Truth and reality alone have the true and real happiness. And luckily, the truth, reality, God being infinite, infinite happiness will come. Luckily, the truth and reality, which is infinite, has to be my own self. Because it is a self, that will be truth, infinite reality, bliss, and effortless. Because to gain the not self, you need put an effort. When your own self it is, there's only knowing it, though no need of putting any effort. So this is a benefit of knowing the God. Knowing the God, that He is the truth, His reality is infinite and blissful. And that cannot be other than me. Therefore, I only become infinite, real, blissful, effortless self. That's called liberation from feeling to be an individual. Liberation from feeling to be limited because of identity with the upadhis of Sharira Mano. Liberation from the cravings of the worldly things and running for them. All this is called the bondage. All that goes away when we discover the Lord as our own selves. Therefore, mam upayanti, they reach me. The reaching me is required for this thing. And how to reach the God? Reaching the God is, please become, listen, knowing the God. Knowing the God is being the God or becoming the God. Becoming the God is being the God. So reaching, knowing, being. Mam upayanti, they reach me. How do they reach me? By knowing me. How do they know to be me? Their own selves. That knowing me is reaching me and gaining me, he says in the 11th shloka. Tesham eva anukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nashayami. Ajnanajam tamah, the ignorance born, delusory misconceptions that we are these bodies, senses, etc. That is removed by the Jnana Deepa Bhaswara. He actually, you are the pure, conscious, blissful, infinite self. With that Bhaswata, bright, brilliant Jnana Deepa, Bhagwan says, I will remove the darkness of ignorance. Then you will know you are ever me, you are never apart from me. You and I are not two, we are only one. When we discover our oneness with the infinite blissful conscious Lord, then we are no more in limited individuality to suffer all limitations and struggles. So that is how Bhagavan told first the knowledge about him, second two basic principles, and holding on to that, he told the six upasanas to be done or six bhajanas to be done. Then he assured that I will give buddhi yogam, I will light the lamp of knowledge, I will remove the ajnanajam tamaha, ignorance and ignorance born all nonsense. You get liberated. That experience of being free from ignorance and its confusions, that experience of establishing in our true identity is called liberation. Okay, now Arjuna starts praising the Lord. Says these prayers about you are said by the great saints and sages. Now today's shloka we say, what you say, O Lord, I believe. And actually only the Lord knows himself completely. If one has to know the Lord completely, one has to drop his individuality and become one with the Lord. Like the ocean cannot be known by any river. For the river to know the ocean, it will have to merge and become one with the ocean. And ocean knows its infinitude. So too Bhagavan alone knows all his infinite powers. No one else can know the infinite God by himself away from Bhagavan by keeping himself limited. Is it not? I can know completely Lord when I permeate the Lord wherever He is permeating. So for that I have to become one with Lord. Therefore, Lord के साथ knowing is equal to Lord के साथ being only, becoming one with Him. So that's what He says. Other than you, oh Lord, nobody can know you. Anybody wants to know you, they have to become you. By being away from you in a limited form, nobody can you know you the infinite, unlimited form. This is what? And you are the one creator of the world, maintainer of the Lord world. You are the God of all gods. You are finally the Jagatpati. So these two shlokas today we will see. Okay, first two shlokas I will chant and explain. Second two shlokas, four times we chant, and that we see today. That's our agenda. Slowly follow. Okay. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Gita Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Sri Krishna. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः अर्जुन उवाच द्वादश त्रयोदश चतुर्दश पञ्चदश श्लोकौ. Okay, first two shlokas. What were they? Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama Pavitram paramam bhavan Purusham shashvatam divyam Adidevam vibhum Ahostvam rushayah sarve Devarshirnaradasthatha Asito devalo vyasaha Swayam chaiva bravishime. Tvam ahuhu. About you, these people speak. Who are the people who speak about you? Ahuhu tvam, second sloka, first I am telling. Then I'll tell the first. In Arjuna's Uvach. What Arjuna said usme? Second one. Arjuna says to Krishna, Rushya sarve tvam ahuhu. All the rishis talk about you like this. Only rishis? No. Devarshit Naradaha. The Naradji, Devarshi also. Not only the Maharshis of the human life, Devarshi also. So Ahuhu Tvam Rushayah Sarve, Ahu Tvam Naradaha Devarshi, so to Ahuhu Tvam Asitaha Devalaha Vyasaha. The Asita Rishi, Devala Rishi, Narada Rishi, other Rishis, even Vyasa also talk about you like this. And Swayam Saiva Bravishime, you also were telling me about you like this. And what is God? First sloka. How many beautiful thought? Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam, Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum. In 10 points, you can talk about God. Whoever understands the meaning of these 10 words and the corresponding thing which is meaning these 10 words, that they will discover the God. Bhagavan first is what? Param Brahma. He is a supreme Brahman. The bigger than the biggest, who has become everything. Param Dhama. He is everywhere, having his abode. For everything, he is the abode. Pavitram Paramam. He is the only one who purifies, because when anyone goes near to him, they find oneness with him. Wherever there is oneness, there is no impurity. Impurity comes when there are two. Therefore, by becoming one with him, we become purified. Therefore, he is the Paramam Pavitram. Okay, Param Brahma, Parandhama, Pavitram Paramam. तीन हो गए. Fourth, Purusham. You are the Purna Purusha. And also in this world, anybody is there as a Purusha doing Purushartha, any Jiva. That Purushartha in him is there because of you. I am doing this lecture. This is a Purushartha. But without the God in me, can this Purushartha called giving lecture happen? No. Therefore, he is the Purusha because of whom this Purushartha happening in me of speaking now, other time doing something else, something else. 24 घंटे मैं जी रहा हूँ because he is present. So too you are listening. If the Purusha is not there in you, you can't listen at all as a listener. So to all other activities we do, called as Purushartha, are possible because of the presence of the Lord. Therefore, he is the Purusha. Purusha, Purnatvad, Purushainatvad, Purushartha Samarthyatvad. So Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusha. Then Shashvatam, as it is, it remains all the time the same. Shashvatam is, uh, two meanings are there. Sometimes two words are used for it. Now we will see two meanings for this. Shashvatam means always remains the same and always remains. Shashvat Bhavati is Shashvatam, eternally there. Second, eternally there as it is. Is it not? Like the mud is there eternally. Before the pot is made, during the pot is made, once the pot is broken. And eternally the mud is there, and eternally mud is as it is there. Whether you mold it into the form of a pot or any gamla or any lamp, as it is there. That's called a Shashvatam. Same and always. So to the Paramatma is always there, always the same there, even though on him the whole world is projected by the ignorant minds. Like on the water, how many ever waves come, water remains as it is and remains always as it is. It never became something else when the waves, bubbles, etc. are projected on it. Is it not? It is always there, same. Even though ripples, bubbles, waves, tides are projected on it. So too, the Panchamahabhutas, in the Panchamahabhuta, the entire world, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, when all that is projected on God, like the waves, ripple, bubbles on the water, just like the water do not change, it always remains them, supporting them. So too, the God remains the same, doesn't go any modification in himself, undergo. That's called as Shashvatam. Purusham, Shashvatam, and Divyam. Divyam is pure consciousness. Not consciousness becoming knowingness, not the consciousness contaminated by the thoughts, in whose wombs the thoughts are there. Thought free, pure consciousness. Like I am conscious now, not of consciousness. I am conscious of the world. And I'm conscious of my speech. I'm conscious of my sitting. I'm conscious of you listening attentively. I'm conscious of the world. But remove all these things. What remains? Pure consciousness. Like the sunlight is illuminating the tree, the mountain, the river, the land. Now remove all those things. What is that pure sunlight? That is the meaning of Divyam. Okay. Then Adi Devam. Deva means Dyotana. Dyotana means Prakasha. Prakasha means knowers. There are so many knowers. But he is the first Dyotanavan, first knower. And because of him only other knowers are knowing. Like my eye knows the forms and colors and shapes. Ears know the sounds. The mouth, tongue knows the tastes. These are all called devatas because Dyotanam, because they do the illumination or prakashakam or knowledge of those respective things it gives, they give. And knowledge, the tongue is called devata because it does the Dyotanam, means it gives light to, or it makes us aware of, or it gives us knowledge or wisdom, information about the tastes. Oh, so like this. Now, the Indriyas are devatas. Behind Indriyas are the Antakarana also are devatas because the mind knows emotions, intellect knows thoughts and decisions. The Chitta knows the memories, the Ham knows I am the owner of all these. They're all Devata. But can any one of these function without the actual Devata, the consciousness behind? Therefore, he is Adi Deva. देवताओं के आदि आदि देव. Adi means Karana. Adi means Moola. Adi is from whom they all come and they sustain, without whom they can't stay. Adi Deva. Then Ajam means unborn. Because there is no cause for him to be born, nor only he was never absent. Birth is the thing which has come into presence when it was absent. So Bhagavan being never absent is a pure existence. How can he be born? जो नहीं होता उसी का जन्म होता है. भगवान है ही हैपन. He is a pure existence. He is never non-existent. How can he come to get created? Therefore, Ajam. Then Vibhum means what? He alone with his own Maya is Vividam Bhavati iti Vibhu. Sarvatra Vyapnoti iti Vibhu. So the 10 points. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adidevam, Ajam, Vibhum. 9. There is Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram and Paramam. If you take the Paramam as separate, there are 10 points. So this is God. Okay, you may see Krishna and Rama, but in them all these definitions should fit. Then they are Bhagwans. And they fit generally. For Bhagavan is not Rupa. Bhagavan is not only Nama or even Avatar or even Leelas. That whose expressing in this Rupa Nama, doing this Leela Avatara is Paramatma, who is given in this next sloka that 9 point meaning. In other chapters, other way the Bhagavan is explained. Please, one is God. God's experience as me finally. That is Sat Chit Ananda. The Sat Chit Ananda are the Swarupa Lakshana of the God. Like your and my Swarupa Lakshana are human beings. Male, female. These are Swarupa Lakshana. But after that, somebody is doctor, lawyer, engineer. They're all depending on professions. So to the mother, fathers, depending on the relations. So to the officer, subordinate, depending on the positions. They are all my tatastha lakshanas. Swarupena, I am human being and I am male. This never changes till I die. But these professions come and go. So to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Sat Chidananda or is a Sarupa Lakshana Bhagavan, it doesn't become otherwise. It is always so. But on that Swarupa Bhagavan, Tatastha to his Maya Shakti, he is called as the creator, maintainer, dissolver, giver of the karma phala, giver of punishments, rewards. They're all related to the world. They're all relative expressions of God called as Tatastha Lakshana. So, in some places, Swarupa Lakshana of God are told, in many places, Tatastha Lakshana are told of the God. Throughout our Gita in earlier slokas, earlier chapters. Think on this Swarupa Lakshana, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, and many other Lakshanas of Bhagavan, Tatastha Lakshana. For some time, you get a beautiful information for you. I gave you example. Swarupa, man and human being. Tatastha is professional identity, relational identity, and the positional identity. Other things, the nationality, religion, they're all Tatastha Lakshana. Swarupa is all are human. I am human, you are human. Basically, Swarup is also same human being with the head and above the shoulders, with the tummy, legs, hands, kidney, pancreas. Common, we are all the same. So good that the 9 definitions of God, explanations of God defined is God defined. 9 pointers to reach the God who cannot be explained is given here as a summary of what Arjuna heard so far in 9 chapters and the 10, 11 slokas. And says, this is how you are spoken by the rishis, Narada, Asitaha, Devalaha, Vyasaha, and yourself. आहुस्त्वाम ऋषयः सर्वे देवर्षिः नारदः असितः देवलः व्यासः स्वयं च एतत् ब्रवीमि ते मे स्वयं च एतत् ब्रवीमि you have spoken to me same thing also स्वयं चैव ब्रवीमि ब्रवीषि मे so you are talking to me. Okay, now these are the 2 shlokas we have seen till yesterday. Now भगवान को अर्जुन कहते हैं all these I accept. Secondly, I know that you are totality, neither devatas nor the asuras know. And who knows you completely? Yourself you know. And what are you from the standpoint of the world? You are the creator of the world of beings, then you are maintenance of the beings, you are the maintainer of all the devatas. That way you are the whole Lord of the Jagat. These 2 shlokas talk this meaning, the shlokas number 14 and 15. So chant will do today. Literal meaning I will explain you today. If anything more to be conveyed, tomorrow we do and move ahead. So shloka number 14 and 15. 4 times. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sarvametad Rutam Manye Sarvametad Rutam Manye Sarvametad Rutam Manye Sarvametad Rutam Manye Yanmam Vadasi Keshava Yanmam Vadasi Keshava Yanmam Vadasi Keshava Yanmam Vadasi Keshava Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim नहि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं नहि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं नहि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं Vidurdevana Danavaha, Vidurdevana Danavaha, Vidurdevana Danavaha, Vidurdevana Danavaha, Swayamevatmanatmanam, 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 Vetatvam Purushottama, Vetatvam Purushottama, Vetatvam Purushottama, Vetatvam Purushottama, Bhutavana Bhutesha, Bhutavana Bhutesha, Bhutavana Bhutesha, Bhutavana Bhutesha, Deva Deva Jagatpate, Deva Deva Jagatpate, Deva Deva Jagatpate, Deva Deva Jagatpate. Nice, no? You have to learn chanting and by heart. So, Arjuna Uvacha सर्वमेतद् ऋतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव न हि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवान दानवाः स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्तत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावनभूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते अगेन अर्जुन उवाच सर्वमेतद् ऋतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव नैते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवानदानवाः स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्थत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावनभूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते. Very simple meaning, good shlokas. He sarvametat, all this, that you are acclaimed as having these 9 qualities by the rishis Narada, Asila, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, sarvametat rutam manye. I accept it to be true. And earlier things what you told, that when we do your upasana bhajana, you will give us buddhi yoga and you will light the lamp of knowledge and destroy the ignorance and ignorance born delusion. Even that also, sarvam etad rutam manye yat mam vadasi he Keshava. Oh Lord, whatever you are speaking to me, undoubtedly it is true, therefore I accept it. Point 1. Point 2, other thing is important. Ki te vyaktim means your total personality. Nahi vidhu is not at all known by devaha danavaha. Nahi te Bhagavan vyaktim vidhu devaha danavaha. So devatas danavas, they do not know you in complete way. Okay. Hmm. Your vyakti means your supreme glory. Neither your essential self, devatas, danavas, know, nor your expression in the infinite world, they know. As we saw just now 10 minutes back, to know the Lord completely, we have to become one with Him. When we become one with Him, we don't remain separate to know Him. We are one. Therefore, knowing God is not possible. Being one with the God is possible. Clear? In this world, everything can be used, but you can't know anything. Like why electricity, anode, cathode brought together gives the flow of electricity. That why question can never be answered. How can be answered? How it happens? Okay, it happens like that, but why? You can never, but you can use that principle. So too, we cannot know the God objectively, but we can become one with the God subjectively. भगवान से एक हो सकते हैं, भगवान को जान नहीं सकते. Because if you want to know him, you have to be separate from him. If you are separate from him, then he is not known completely. He is known incompletely. Lord known incomplete is Lord not known completely. Second, when I become knower, he is the known. The known is always Jada. Then you are pulling down the Lord from Chaitanya Swarupa to the Jada to the perishability and destruction. These are all logical fallacies, because of which we can say Lord can never be known. He can only become one with him. That's it. And the other gods you know as Rama and Krishna is the gods avatars they are, not the absolute God. And these gods you can worship, you can get blessing from them, etc. So Nobody, Devatas and all. Naite Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devana Danavaha. Your whole Prabhava, greatness, neither Devatas no Danava. That's what Bhagavan said. Name Vidu Suraganaha Prabhavamna Maharshaya. In the beginning, what Bhagavan said. Now, click Arjun, go. Then he says, what is the logic here? Devatas, Suraganas have limited knowledge. How can they know infinite God? In the Daira, whatever is there, they may know a lot of things. Like a physician can know physics pura, but he cannot know maths and law. A mathematician can know everything related to maths, but he may not know science or technology. In the way, Devatas, Asuras, they know what they are given. They can't know the God who is infinite. And secondly, they cannot know the God as object. Thirdly, how can they know God as if they are separate from the God? God means infinite. Infinite में मैं आ गया हूँ, मैं हो आ गया हूँ. So how can I be separate from Him and try to know Him? It's all logical fallacies. So you can be one with God. You can't know Him by being away from the God. Remember that. That's the meaning of this sloka. सर्वम एतदृतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव ते व्यक्तिं न दानवाः न देवाः विदुः. Then who knows you? Swayam eva atmana atmanam vetha tvam purushottam. You by your own self will know yourself completely. So there knowing has become one, being only. You know yourself means you are you, that's it. Nobody else can know you. Swayameva atmana atmanam vetta. You are the knower, you are the known. Both of that are you only. And who are you from the Tadastha Lakshana standpoint? Bhuta Bhavana, creator of all the beings. Bhuta Isha, maintainer of all the beings. Governor of them. Deva Deva, Lord of all Devatas to empower the Devatas to work. In this way, Jagat Pate. You are the Pati, the Lord of the entire Jagat. Oh Devadeva, oh Jagatpate, Bhutavavana, Bhutesha. What you said, everything is right. And um, I also accept that one. Neither Devatas nor Asuras or anybody for that matter can know you objectively. Having said so, now he says, Pirbi, I want to worship the presence of you. In what form I can worship you? You can recognize your presence, acknowledge it as your presence. Please tell me the Vibhuthis. That's how the next two slokas, when Arjuna asks question, Bhagavan says, yes, I'll answer you, but all Vibhuthis I can't tell. Few only I can tell. Usko use karke you can reach me. That is how the Vibhuti Yoga will continue. That we will see tomorrow. Beautiful shlokas. Three of them are there. Tomorrow we'll do all three. Then day after onwards, the Vibhutis we try to understand. Yeah? How to practice them. Very simple. But keep on saying it. Again, you did the practice of the material like the mud ko pot. You did practice. You have seen pot only now. Now say while seeing the pot, it's made of a mud in the mind. Then you will understand the mud. That's the practice. Yeah. Okay. विभूतियों में भगवान का दर्शन भगवान के सब विभूतियां they're all expressions of God. God is expressing through them. What is expressed is the God. What is seen is the superimposition on Him. All these things tomorrow we'll discuss. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now in today's common sense thought, mind's mischief is what? Mind is unaware of, ignorant about one topic. Therefore, it keeps on doing mischief. Okay? One unaware of one thing. Mind is unaware of one very important essential thing to be known or aware, because of which it is suffering. It is becoming a liability to us. What is that? It reaps what it sows. So too, it gets what it throws. It reaps what it sows. It gets what it throws. So simple. This thing the mind doesn't know. Therefore, it is sowing the negative, reaping the negative. It is throwing the negative, it is getting the negative. What to do then? Use this principle positively by using the intellect. When we sow the positive, we reap the positive. When we throw the positive, we get the positive back. Receive the back. So if you throw into the world the angers, the vengeances, the hatreds, the revenges, Naturally, you get that only from the world. But if you throw the love, the kindness, the compassion, that's what comes from the world. You get what you throw, you reap what you sow. So too in the heart, if you feel your kama, krodha, all these negative gunas, seed laga rahe ho by teasing, watching TV, talking to each other, reading the nonsense books, by your own thoughts, entertainment, you are sowing the गांजा का प्लांट लगाओ, कैक्टस का लगाओ, तो वही आपको आएगा. तुलसी कैसा आएगा? If you want the fragrance of tulsi, you have to sow the tulsi plant only. Is it not? Now sow the seeds of Gita knowledge. Sow the seeds of their devotion to Guru and God. Sow the seeds of self-acceptance, self-discipline and all. That is what you will reap. Not knowing that, we are going on sowing negative and suffering. So too, we are throwing negative in the world. We are getting. If you cheat others, others cheat you. If you help others, others help you. If you love others, others love you. If you hate them, they will hate you. Outside की बात है. Inside also, what data I am sending inside, and all negative things I send, that is what comes on the surface of mind. I don't know why such a wretched is my mind. Always such a lusty passion, greedy thoughts. अरे महाराज तुमने ही तो सीड सो किया, तो इसलिए आ रहे. नो गीता थॉट्स यू आर सोइंग. Day and night you are chanting Gita shlokas. These talks you are listening again and again, again and again. So these are sown. You will get that only reaping. All the time Gita knowledge is available for you for using it for your outer success. So therefore the mind's mischief of its own ignorance of not knowing that it reaps what it sows, it gets what it throws. Therefore it was doing the negative reaping and the negative sowing and negative throwing. So it positively it sows and positively throws, then it positively reaps and positively it gets. So you reap what you sow, you receive what you throw. This is our common sense thought. सबसे important है, बड़ी मर्जी तुम्हारी है. So after 10 years in your heart, you have to have Desha Bhakti, Dharma Bhakti, Duty Bhakti, love to all, forgiveness to all. Those blossomed flowers you have to enjoy, then you have to sow those seeds only through study and through Sankalpa. I want to become like that. I have to have those qualities. When you don't do it, only negative things you do. See, unknowingly also you put cactus or any ganja, that plant only will come. Knowingly also you put that only. Unknowingly also you sow the tulsi plant and tulsi only come. Knowingly you do, you get that. So you are doing good or bad, you are doing it knowingly or unknowingly, that's not important. Are you doing the good or bad is important. So it's better to do the good unknowingly than doing the bad knowingly. We generally knowingly do the bad. So let's avoid it. Knowingly and unknowingly, both we have to do only good. Sow the seeds good, reap the good fruits. So to throw into the world outside all good actions, emotions, you receive from the world same things. This is our today's beautiful, useful, common sense thought. Listen carefully, understand clearly, practice diligently, and reap the results of that practice. Thank you. Now we come to the third topic of the day. We are learning Saraswati Stotram, second sloka. Yesterday we saw Yakundendu Tusharahara Davala. Same today also, almost like that. The prayer to Mother Saraswati. What it says? The second one, Ashasu Rashi Bhavat Angavalli Bhasaiva Dasikruta Dugdha Sindhum Mandasmitaihi Nindita Sharadendum Vande Aravinda Asana Sundari Tvam. Tvam Aham Vande. I am saluting to you, O Mother. Aravinda Asana. Aravinda is lotus. So on the lotus seated, most divinely beautiful, O Mother Saraswati, I am saluting you. Two qualities, greatnesses of mother is said. What is that? Ashasu. Rashi Bhavat. Angavalli Bhasa Eva. Ashasu means in all directions spread. राशि भवत इन ए फुल फ्लो के रूप में अंगवल्ली भाषा एवं with your own Kanti. So you are in a Vidyut Kanti. Because Saraswati is Jnana Swarupini. Jnana always is in the Prakasha Rupa. Jnana and Prakasha is always compared with Shuddhata, Swachhata and Shvetata, whiteness. Then with your all pervading Jnana Rashi, Shuddhata, Swachhata, Shvetata, you are overpowering. What are you overpowering? Dugdha Sindhum. Even the whole ocean of the Milky Ocean, which is so wide, you are more brighter, whiter than that. Is a poetic way of saying कि सोने के समुद्र सॉरी दूध के समुद्र से भी ज्यादा आपका कांति है. सो आशासु राशि भवत अंगवल्ली भाषा एव दासीकृत दुग्ध सिंधुम. The whole ocean of milk ocean also you made your dasi. मतलब the ocean of milk bending her head in front of you, saying that my whiteness is nothing in front of your whiteness, your swachhata, your shuddhata, your kanti, your jnana swarupatva. O Mata Saraswati. आशासु राशि भवत अंगवल्ली भाषा एव दासीकृत दुग्ध सिंधु. One. Second, mandasmitaihi, with your cute smile, with which the teeth, oh beautiful, are seen by you, mother of you, oh mother. Mandasmitaihi nindita sharada indum, means even sharadrutuka Indu, the moon's kanti also is lesser than the beautiful kanti of your danta when you are showering your cute mandasmita smile towards all of us, as if blessing us, you are there with us. So, in a beautiful deeper meanings, from the Kshetrasagara Samudra churning, as many thousands of things came, more than that will come when we pray to Mother Saraswati, who is the expression of Jnanam. Therefore, the Jnana के द्वारा हमको सब मिलता है. That is one meaning. Here also, Dasi Kruta, then Mandasmita Nindita Sharadendum, the Sharat Purnima Chandrama, as much coolness, today's Purnami, as much Shanti Ananda it gives. When we worship the Mother, Mother becomes pleased and expresses her pleasingness through the smile. We are blessed more than the moon. Moon जितना कूलिंग करता है उससे ज्यादा. Because when you have knowledge, you are cool, bindas. Only when there is no knowledge, you are disturbed and agitated. So too in the knowledge only, the oceanic amount of successes can be gained in the world, not in ignorance. The infinite success with knowledge is symbolized by saying Mother Saraswati overpower in her Kanti, with her Kanti, even the Kanti of the Milky Ocean. Kanti means Swachhata, Shubhrata, whiteness. Milk is white in color. So too in the peace and tranquility, compared to the moonlight, more is Mother's blessings. So pray to Saraswati, get Shanti. Get the knowledge from Mother Saraswati through prayer, then get oceanic successes. Very poetic, or poets when they write these stotras. You have to have very sharp, subtle brain, spiritual, divinized, purified, single-pointed, sharp, subtle, single brain. तभी जाकर आपको ये समझ में आता है. With the आस्तिकता, devotion. You are a worldly fellow with all आस्तिकता, ये सब तुमको अच्छे भी नहीं लगते. But you are a devotee, you know, oh, my Mother Saraswati is so great. Okay, let us chant 6 times. Om Sri Saraswati Mato Anugrahena Parabrahmanubhav Siddhyartham Samasta Devatanam Gurunam Darshananubhav Praptyartham Shastra Jnanam Praptyartham Sanatana Dharma Svedikam Srute Punarthan Jagrishvyaptyartham Sanatana संस्थापक भक्तानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम समस्त युवा गणानां च संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति देवता भक्ति सनातन धर्मभक्ति गुरु भक्ति माता मित्र भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम सरस्वती स्तोत्रांतर्गत द्वितीय श्लोकस्य जप पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे 6 times. आशासुराशे भवदङ्गवल्ली भासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वां आशासुराशी भवदङ्गवल्ली भासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम् आशासुराशी भवदङ्गवल्ली भासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम् आशासुराशी भवदङ्गवल्ली वासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम् आशासुराशी भवदङ्गवल्ली वासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम् आशासुराशी भवदङ्गवल्ली वासैव दासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम् सरस्वती स्तोत्र लिटिल बिगर बट क्या करें सब सीखना है आपको अब छोटे छोटे पढ़ा रहा हूँ पिछले 250 दिन से more than 250 days 2 line small slokas I was teaching except few let us few of them bigger ones also can learn. So yesterday या कुंदेन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्च शंकर प्रभृति देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाढ्यापः टुडे आशासुरासि भवदङ्गवल्ली भासवदासी कृतदुग्धसिन्धुं मन्दस्मितैर्निन्दितशारदेन्दुं वन्दे रविन्दासनसुन्दरित्वाम्. What is difficulty? 10 बार बोलो आ जाता है. Remove all the kachra from your khopdi, select and delete all nonsense, then fill all these devotional mantras, it will help you. So today's sloka is this one, and common sense thought is mind's mischief of not knowing it reaps what it sows, it gets what it throws. So change it. Knowingly throw proper things to get back the good things. So to sow the positive things to get the reaping of good things. Very, very intelligent. This thought is important also. So to in Gita, we have seen Arjuna says, all what is said about you, the 9 points by Asita, Devala, Vyasa, Rishi, Narada, all that I accept and it is right. Then your Parabhava, greatness, none of the Devatas and Danas or anybody cannot know. And you know only yourself. And you are the Bhuta Bhavana, you are Bhutesha, you are Deva Deva, you are Jagatpate. So along with the earlier things, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Param Bhavan, to those 9 things, you can add these 4, 5 also. Bhuta Bhavana, Bhutesha, Deva Deva, Jagatpati. So in this way, in these 2 slokas, 9 plus 4, 13, 14, good qualities of Bhagwan for meditation are given to us. With that bhavana, when you meditate on God, it's correct meditation. And Lord reciprocates you by blessing you in those good qualities. Little of these 2, 3 tomorrow we'll see, along with subsequent slokas. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Om. Durjana Sajjano Bhoyat, Sajjana Shanti Mapnayat, Shanto Chedavandebhya Muktaschanyami Mochet, Asatoma Sadgamedam Soma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः गीतामात्रे नमः श्रीकृष्णचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः वेदव्यास महर्षि नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you. See, देखते देखते 10th chapter also we have done 13 slokas. 15 we have done out of 43. Okay, देखते देखते ये भी हो जाएगा. One whole गीता पढ़ने का जिंदगी में मौका. 42 are there. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Don't miss the classes, dear friends.